Hello everyone, I'm your host Heather Dawson, and it's a pleasure bringing you the best of California every week on our show. So let's start our show with a trip to the Central Coast California wine country, where I recently experienced the joy of a world-class resort. We're here in the beautiful Paso Robles Wine Country. Join me as we explore the symphony here at ALLEGRETTO Vineyard Resort. A symphony inspired by allegretto, a musical term used in Beethoven's musical masterpiece, Seventh Symphony, Second Movement, which played while the ALLEGRETTO Vineyard Resort was being brought to life.
It stands for a modest tempo, slightly faster than the human heartbeat. It's living life with intention and joy, which is what we promote here at the ALLEGRETTO Vineyard Resort.
Nestled between Los Angeles and San Francisco in the heart of Central Coast California wine country, each piece of Allegretto's architecture reflects a symphony composed by a combination of music and balance, making it a harmonious place to visit.
So I do that by using the masculine and the feminine, or the yin and the yang, and a lot of these things come out naturally on their own, and I discover it later. But that's the idea, is that both elements are playing out and dancing together. It's like the two bells. You hear one and you hear the other. And they're on the opposite ends of the property.
Douglas Eyre found a home here at Allegretto for the beautiful art he discovered during his travels. What he originally thought would be just a simple B&B turned into a sprawling resort on 20 breathtaking acres of the Paso Robles wine country. You might say it's in his genes. The Ayres family first planted roots in California in 1905, when Douglas's great-grandfather, Frank Ayres, bought a $2 bus ticket from Ohio to California. Today, the Ayres family celebrates its centennial, marking 4 generations of the family in real estate development in California. Out of the 16 hotels built across California by the Ayres family and the over 250 wineries that exist in Paso Robles, Allegretto has been described as a world unto itself.
The first time I came to the resort, the arrival experience was amazing. I got to see not only the olive orchards as well as the vineyards, but the grandiose building. And as soon as I pulled into the resort, I kind of lost all sense of the rest of the world. I was lost in this world.
Whether a destination wedding, corporate retreat, or weekend getaway, the Allegretto Resort offers a unique experience for their guests with a spa, tasting room, and museum-like adventure to roam the estate's lush courtyard and vineyards, or unwind in mindful meditation in the labyrinths.
I like them to connect wherever they are in their journey. That when they come to Allegretto, it just fills in that next piece, that musical note that is just resonating in their life, and brings a sense of space to where they are that opens up for new ideas and creativity in their own life.
The geographical location of Allegretto leads not only to fun and adventurous activities, its warm climate allows the staff of the Allegretto's Cello restaurant and bar to follow with the seed-to-table process by using local produce within a 10-mile radius. Of course, their own grapes cultivated from 100-year-old vineyards, and more than 80 herbs grown in their garden to enrich the flavors of the culinary delights offered on the menu.
I intend to make the dining experience here one of the best in the Central Coast. We have the ambiance, we have the great hotel, we have this phenomenal kitchen, I have a great staff, and just taking it to the next level of quality, freshness, flavor, and making the dining experience something that you will, whether you're local, and you want to eat here every day, or you're a guest, you're going to take that experience home with you.
Allegretto Vineyard Resort, where balance, relaxation, and creativity rule, is a place to experience a life-transforming getaway.
There's something for everybody from different cultures, different nations, different pathways to come and join together here. That's the flower that blossoms as people come and enjoy and see joy as the pathway to allowing their heart to flourish in their own life.
You can check out more of the beauty of Allegretto on our blog, CaliforniaLifeHD.com. Attention all California foodies, you can now taste Japan's most authentic, popular noodles right here in Los Angeles. Here's Maddie Perry with more.
Marugame Udon, the largest Japanese food chain in the world, just opened its very first United States location right here in Los Angeles. Let's go check out the celebration and the food. Can you tell me about the event today?
Sure, we had a ribbon cutting and grand opening for Marugame Udon and Tempura here in Sawtell, Japantown. And on behalf of the City of Los Angeles and Councilmember Mike Bonin, we're very happy to welcome Marugame Udon and Tempura to Sawtell, Japantown. We're honored that they chose Sawtell, Japantown as their first location for their 20 restaurant expansion in the mainland U.S. So we're grateful, and we look forward to them being a huge and very popular restaurant here on the corridor.
The world-renowned noodle shop just opened its doors and is already making its mark on the restaurant-rich street of Sawtell in the heart of Los Angeles.
This is the one location we can have confidence to start this concept. And then obviously this is the first location, so we're looking for more and more.
The grand opening boasted speeches, sake shots, a traditional Japanese blessing, and attracted hundreds of guests who lined up to get a first look inside the restaurant and enjoy $1 bowls of kake udon all day. The eatery is equipped with an original Japanese imported machine that mimics the traditional methods of making udon.
And this udon concept, we don't use any, the frozen udon or anything. This is made from scratch. So that makes a big difference, yes.
80% of the menu consists of authentic Japanese cuisine, while the other 20% is localized specifically for the Los Angeles location. The restaurant also boasts a cafeteria-style model with self-serve dining and low prices. Mr. Gatto also recommended kake udon with beef for first-time guests to get the perfect Japanese experience.
We are looking for three things in our operation: is good food, good service, and cleanness. And so I think if we can do three things, everybody can enjoy our restaurant.
Thanks for watching this delicious episode of California Life. I'm Madison Perry, and we'll see you next time.
And coming up next, our in-studio guest was raised in poverty in Ethiopia and is now a top entrepreneur, author, and film producer, using his work to expose the horrors of rhino poaching to the world. His story is one you don't want to miss. Plus, a look at the best of fall trends with Maddie Perry and fall movies. Stay tuned. California Life is happy to welcome entrepreneur, author, film producer, actor, and writer Tariku Bugali. Thank you so much for joining us here on our show.
Thank you for having me here.
You have an amazing story. Growing up in Ethiopia, 13 siblings in poverty, finding your way out, CEO of many companies, philanthropist. Tell me about one of your first companies that you're now CEO.
I started my first company in Addis, in Ethiopia. It's called Advanced Computer Technologies Act. I was around like 15 when I set up my first company.
Is that the basis for your book? It's coming out, Unstoppable,
Yeah.
and the title says it all. I mean, is that really what it's about?
Yeah, I had a life of which is non-stop events happening one after another. When I'm not done with one event, there's another event happening. So it's a kind of like continuous kind of stuff, life which I had, mostly challenging.
And challenging, but you're continuing with that, and you're branching into movies as well, and that's really because of a passion of yours with protection of the rhinos.
I grew up in the jungle of in Ethiopia, so I'm used to with wildlife. One of my village where I was growing up, so that kind of things was in my heart, as well also the interaction which I had with Peace Corps and some NGOs back who came to my village. So that's the kind of things which had impact for my decision to make this film which I've done.
And why are you so passionate about the rhino issue?
These animals will be extinct very soon if somebody cannot be able to expose and show to the world that this is what's happening. Because we are living in ecosystem. An impact of wildlife is an impact also to ourselves. So it has to be preserved.
And also too, you know, besides the movies and you're showcasing this big problem that we're having and everything that you've done and now your book with Unstoppable, but you give back. You give back a lot, so through different endeavors. Can you talk about that a little bit?
So I started Shoe for Child in South Africa. I was helping work at a school where I was buying them shoes and uniforms, and I saw them, these kids going with barefoot without the shoes. So that reminded me of my childhood as well, going with barefoot. And I said, no, I need to buy them shoes. So the concept of Shoe for Child came. So my vision for Shoe for Child is to make it a global initiative.
And also too, I feel like you probably appreciate everything that you have and what you've come from. Do you find sometimes that when you come to other countries, maybe even here, that some people don't?
Technically, like, you know, when you give for other people, you are giving for yourself. And if you have that mindset, it just keeps you a positive energy in your life. But if you are thinking like, I'm giving you something, then I'm gonna just think of how I'm gonna get from you. So you're not giving unconditionally. So I believe in kind of like energies which we move from one point to another point. So when you give to someone else, technically you are giving for yourself. But you don't know how you're gonna get that gift back. It's gonna be like a circle. My gift to you, or my kindness to you, I may not get it from you. But that kindness just goes around the circle because we are living like in shared world and shared energy. One energy passes to another energy. So I believe in that kind of stuff.
I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for being on our show, and I can't wait to see the movie, and best of luck with the book, too.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And coming up, we check in with Madison Perry for the hottest fall trends and the latest movies at the box office. All this and more when we continue with California Life. Don't go away.
Well, as the seasons change, so do the styles. That's why I'm here to share my top 5 favorite trends from this fall. To start us off is my personal favorite, distressed light wash denim. And if you're looking for the perfect pair right now, Levi's 501 style offers different pairs, all with the perfect drips. Also making an appearance this fall are old school conductor hats. Reminiscent of the 1920s engineer hats, these statement pieces are the perfect way to top off your perfect fall outfit. Plus, vintage-inspired round sunglasses are making their way to the streets and add a little bit of edge to anyone's look. And if you don't already own a brown leather jacket, you might want to make your way to the store. This 90s styled piece seems to be taking over as this season's go-to jacket. And last but not least, sock boots. Ranging from above the ankle to over the knee, these shoes are extremely comfortable, and when paired with some distressed denim, like we talked about earlier, you really can't go wrong. So keep these styles in mind when shopping for the fall, and you'll be sure to rock your look. I'm Maddie Perry, and thanks for watching this episode's Best of Trends.
Owning your own home is part of the American dream. In fact, according to a new survey of 2,000 Americans commissioned by Unison, 77% agree that buying a home is a good financial decision. So why are home ownership rates at an all-time low? David Wiley has the details.
Owning your own home is part of the American dream. In fact, according to a new survey of 2,000 Americans commissioned by Unison, 77% agree that buying a home is a good financial decision. So why are home ownership rates at an all-time low?
We know that Americans believe in home ownership, and it's really financial burdens, or barriers I should say, that are keeping many from realizing that dream. And while housing costs are already a financial strain, those surveyed said that it's a financial strain that they're willing to accept in the right situation.
So with 46% of Americans saying in the survey that they're willing to take the financial strain to purchase a house, what is the biggest financial obstacle to buying a home?
In Los Angeles, for example, 42% of those surveyed believe that saving for a down payment is the biggest financial barrier to home ownership, and that's closely followed by getting qualified for the loan.
But if you're renting and living paycheck to paycheck, it can be difficult to save for a down payment. Most people in the survey felt a 5 to 10% down payment was the most reasonable. But in most cases, that's not reality in today's real estate market.
Really, it takes about a 20% down payment to avoid costly mortgage insurance. And mortgage insurance, it not only increases housing costs, but also financial strains.
Still, the dream of home ownership can be out of reach for some. But Unison is making it easier with a program called Home Ownership Investment.
Home ownership investment doubles a buyer's own down payment, which removes that mortgage insurance stipulation. It also increases purchasing power and allows a buyer to comfortably afford the home that they really want. So when we're talking about renters, first-time home buyers, and millennials who are paying that high rent that you were talking about and student loan debt, they're now able to become homeowners.
Certainly buying a home is a big decision, and overcoming financial barriers can be tough. So be informed about your options. Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life.
Every box top is worth 10 cents for schools, and they add up fast, but many box tops go unclipped every year. To help change this and raise money for schools across America, the first ever National Box Tops for Education Week to help schools across America earn cash.
Each year, funding gaps force many school administrators to make difficult decisions about basic supplies. Genevieve Gorder says supporting your local school is easier than you may think.
I've partnered with General Mills to celebrate the first ever National Box Tops for Education Week, where we're making a very concerted effort to clip, collect, and give to our local schools.
Every box top is worth 10 cents for schools, and they add up fast.
Over the last 20 years, we've collected almost $840 million. I hope we make it to $1 billion with this year alone.
Genevieve is calling on everyone to get involved.
The week of September 24th is officially National Box Tops for Education Week, the first ever and one of many to come annually. I want everyone to get involved in their community, with their neighbors, and their local schools.
For more information, go to btfe.com/National Box Tops Week.
There's so much to see on the big screen as we head into fall. Here's Audra Stafford with a preview.
From big-budget superhero blockbusters to long-awaited remakes and sequels, lots of new movies are set to hit theaters this fall. Here are a few of the highlights.
They said the age of heroes would never come again.
Cyborg, The Flash, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Batman are teaming up for one of the fall's most highly anticipated movies.
Come together.
Everyone's favorite hammer-dropping hero is also back this fall in Thor Ragnarok. Yes! Fans are especially excited about his epic battle with the Hulk.
He's a friend from work. Oh, come on.
Find out who comes out on top when Thor Ragnarok hits the big screen November 3rd.
I've taken a solemn oath to form the secret ninja force.
The Lego Ninjago movie is expected to be one of the biggest family movies this fall. It's in theaters right now.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Maybe.
You know that feeling? Like there's a song in the air and it's playing just for you?
And Pixar's Coco, about a young boy's dream of making music, is in theaters November 22nd.
This is the United States Drug Enforcement Agency. We are ordering you to land. Aye, boys.
Tom Cruise stars as real-life pilot, drug runner, and eventual informant Barry Seal in American Made.
I was working for the CIA, the DEA, and Pablo Escobar.
Look for it in theaters September 29th.
1,500 kilos, Barry, in one go.
Get it done.
You're a cop. I did your job once. I was good at it.
This fall, sci-fi fans will finally get the Blade Runner sequel they've waited more than 30 years to see.
I know.
Harrison Ford returns in Blade Runner 2049 in theaters October 6th. Again, these are just a few of the movies set to hit theaters this fall. Weigh in on your favorites at CaliforniaLifeHD.com. Bringing you the best of entertainment, I'm Audra Stafford for California Life.
Well, that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, you can go to our website, CaliforniaLifeHD.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, Instagram, and follow us on Twitter. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.
Watch us on our YouTube channel. Stay connected to our social media, like our blogs on Facebook. Follow our tweets on Twitter. And check out our posts on Instagram and Pinterest, where we bring you the best of California.